we're going to go and just jump right into the What Up Tube.
What up, Tube?
What Up Tube?
Let's rock
And last but certainly not least, yes, let's rock it and roll it in 3, 2, and...
Welcome to another episode of
Business Bros!
Woo! What up, ladies and gentlemen? Hernan Cias here, host of the Business Bros podcast, where we are helping you create wealth today and generational wealth for tomorrow, along with my co-host, the Insurance Bro.
James Cias with Pipeline Insurance.
I don't know why I said it.
I don't know why you said it either. It's cool, but, you know, whatever. Here we are at Pipeline Insurance, where we are empowering licensed professionals to effectively add insurance to their existing businesses. I have a tripod behind me. It threw me off.
I have a tripod. Ba-doom-tsh. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Take Action Tuesday, and our guest didn't show up today, so here we go.
Probably got caught up in the rain.
It's a tough one out there. Hopefully safe. Usually we get a text or something. Not this time, so hopefully all is good. Everything is safe, but the show must go on.
Between the rain and the coronavirus, I'm surprised anybody's alive in San Diego right now.
Well, we know they're at home wiping their butts. That's for sure.
Oh, man. Have you been to the store recently? Have you seen the toilet paper gone?
Dude, this weekend, I went to 2 Walmarts and Costco. Toilet paper's gone. Water's gone. Hand soap is gone. Antibacterial's gone. I thought I'd get smart and go to like the auto place, like Jeff was telling the other day. And yeah, at the auto section too, it's gone. We also went to Dollar Tree. All that stuff is gone. It's crazy, dude. Pandemic.
Yeah, it's insane.
Moobas, man.
Super, dude. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't been to the store since Thursday. Thursday mornings are our shopping mornings. So last Thursday, everything was fine.
Yeah,
but I guess over the weekend, just everybody went through.
Everybody's freaking out and panicking, dude. Even like the Dow Jones again took a hit. I don't know what it was at like today, but yesterday it took another like 2,000 point dip.
Last I looked at it today, it was up from yesterday. But yeah, yesterday it took another hard hit.
2,000 point dip.
Yeah.
Like today's rebound, when I was looking at the futures this morning, it was like 900 points on the futures coming back up. And that's normal, right? We take a big hit down and people, come back in. Nice little correction. But I don't know, man. I don't know how it's gonna affect things going forward. Like, dude, some of the big stuff that I've been hearing things on like the import exports, for example, like if things don't get replenished because of our ports opening up or because of shipments coming in, like we know people that work at the shipyards, and the shipyards have been slowing up as far as things coming in from other countries. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we kind of made fun of it yesterday. We're like, well, what happens if it doesn't show up from China? Well, we're gonna have to make it here in the U.S. of A. But you said it's going to be
3 times more expensive.
It's going to be 3 times more expensive. So
it's true.
You never know what's going to happen. So my thing is like
there's an economy boost for you.
Yeah, yeah, true. But I mean the pandemonium, the just like everybody freaking out about this thing, it throws me off, man. It kind of reminds me of like chickenpox. Remember we were talking to Dad the other day. And viruses have no cures, right? There are no cures for viruses. We get a vaccine, which means we get like a lower dosage of that particular virus, and our body fights it. Dead dosage,
I think, is what it is.
Yeah, dead dosage, right? And our body fights it and becomes immune, and now we're able to fight it off, right? But I think this kind of like whole pandemic thing of everybody freaking out, I think it's because we've had like a whole generation of kids not having chickenpox. You notice that? Like when we were kids, if you had the chickenpox, what did they do? They're like, you got the chickenpox? Okay, go stand next to that person. Go get the chickenpox yourself. Like when you're a kid. Right. So you can get it, and you
don't get it when you're older.
So you don't get it when you're older. You get it early on. It's like your own way of getting yourself immune to the chickenpox, right? And I kind of feel like this is the same way. Maybe, but then you hear things like Italy closed down, right? We have Anna, who was on the show. Yeah, and she's over there in Italy, and she's sending Rosa messages because she was supposed to go to Italy this week.
I know,
and now she's not going. Right, the school canceled the whole thing.
Dude, Ireland canceled their St. Patty's Day parade.
I heard this morning, I didn't hear. I read it because I'm running. I can see on the TV. They're pushing Coachella back. It looks like they're going to push Coachella back. Oh, dang! So there's a lot of things going on out there.
Jeff Redondo says that it's all fake news, though.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, why? I mean, I don't understand. If you look at the numbers statistically, you're still more likely to die from the flu than the coronavirus. And so, I don't understand the fear here. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm misinformed, or I don't know what the deal is. But, last time I checked, they're not closing countries for the common cold or something like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. By the way, Jeff, I did see the email referral, so I will get back to the hard money lender. If there's any mortgage professionals out there, right? I got to send an email out, but I've been working on my presentation, so I was trying not to get distracted, but I saw the email pop up. So if I got any mortgage professionals out there looking to connect with a hard money lender, maybe to help do ADUs or new developments or new construction, let me know. Hit me up, hernan@csfirst.com. I can refer you a hard money lender that's looking to connect here in San Diego.
All right.
So that's what the email was about. I just didn't get a chance to respond.
It's all right. We'll respond on the show.
We'll respond on the show, right? Yeah. Live right here.
Cool. Here you go. Here's your update.
And it's funny because we were waiting for our guest, and normally we give them till about 4:15ish if we don't hear anything before we start the show. And I've been working on this PowerPoint, this whole presentation for the Power of Podcasting thing that's going on next week, March 16th.
Yep.
Right? And
6 days away.
6 days away. And I'm grinding away. And I'm like, you're like, hey, are we going to do this thing? I was like, oh, crap. Like, we got to hop on the show, dude.
It's all right. I was grinding away on my own things, just working on it.
Dude, it's exciting, dude. I mean, okay, so this whole coronavirus thing is out there, right? That's one part of the world. The rest of the world still got to keep this. We still got to keep going. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I keep wondering about, like, okay, so they get all the toilet paper, they get all the water. Why stock up like that? It's not like apocalyptic where these things are going to not be there. Right? Like, so what's the big rush on all these products? I feel like I'm missing something, dude.
I'm just glad that I have enough TP for like the next month.
Yeah, why buy my stuff at Costco?
Like, I'm good.
So I'm good on toilet paper. Like, the world can go.
The next shipment will come in, and then
that's exactly my point. Right?
Whatever. I don't understand why people are just going out and buying 24 cases of toilet paper.
No.
Don't get it.
Although I did see antibacterial. Well, I didn't see it. The kids were telling me today that antibacterial, the hand pump one, the big one that's normally like, I don't know, $10, is selling for like $60 online.
No way.
Some huge markup. I was like, dude, that's kind of
genius,
like from a marketing, like capitalistic point of view.
Right.
But that's pretty effed up from a social point of view.
Did you watch the most recent episode of Shameless? Or the most recent season of Shameless?
No, tell me.
Oh, Frank and Fiona, they got together. There was there was a blackout in Chicago, and there was a Gallagher blackout store.
Yes.
And they mark everything up, just wild and crazy. Right? Yeah, they capitalize on it.
I have nothing wrong with capitalism. I'm for me, for the most part, I'm good with it. Every once in a while, when you're really exploiting, like if things went really bad and that was a huge necessity, not a panic, like, and you were doing that, I'd feel that's unethical, right? Like something about personal integrity. You have to feel like it's okay inside personally. I think, like you can't have any qualms internally, but by the same token, like if it's just fear and pandemonium, like the whole thing when we had the lunar eclipse coming on, and people will get these glasses that they order from China and sell them for like $5 to $6 for these specific glasses that you can look at the lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse, whatever, and make a profit because that's the hype thing, that's the trend thing.
You're good with that.
I'm good with that. I'm 100% good with that. So this whole thing right now to me is not
all right. Here you go. Insulin costs $5 to produce, but they sell each whatever for like $700.
Dude, that's a whole different conversation here. Now you're talking medical insurance, and that's a whole different thing. Like, if we, my opinion on that.
But that's what people need. That's what they need to survive. And it's marked up like wildly crazy. Who's that one tech guy that I think he ended up getting arrested for something, but it might have been the guy that like made insulin be $700 a pop.
Dude, I don't know if see, and I'm not educated enough on that field to really say, but my opinion on this, right? My thought is it's not, I blame the government for these types of things, right? Because everything has to go through the Medicare system, because everything has to go through a particular insurance platform, because it has to go through these little avenues, these things get marked up, not to help the consumer, but to protect the hospital or the doctor or those types of things. And the insurance, I honestly think it's an insurance game here at that point. Like, dude, malpractice insurance is expensive for
crazy
doctors.
Expensive.
Like ridiculous. And we live in a sue happy society. Like,
for sure.
That gets nuts, man. That gets totally nuts.
Yep.
So anyways, I don't know. We're kind of rambling and digressing. But
yeah, a little bit.
It got dude, this whole Corona thing, like.
It's got people talking about all kinds of crazy things.
It's got people talking about
I'm just waiting for the zombie apocalypse, okay? When the zombie apocalypse hits, then we're definitely going to be stocking up on toilet paper.
Well, at that point, I don't know. I don't even know what. I've seen some cool stuff that's like for sale for like these preppers, like these awesome pants that you wear that you can like pour water on them and like scrape a knife on them. I don't know. They show all kinds of different stuff that shows up on my Facebook feed or like different, I don't know, like those doomsday prepper stuff. I like that sort of stuff, but I can't say I'm super prepped out like that. Like I got a bug out bag. And I'll survive for a while, but I would still need to find resources and supplies at some point for the zombie apocalypse. Anyways, I don't know, but so what I wanted to talk about today, actually, and it came from me doing this whole presentation, was the whole imposter syndrome, the feeling of whether or not you are enough for something, right? Whether you value yourself enough for this one thing. So let me give you a little bit of heads up, a little bit of background. So shout out to the Justice League, right? So we started.
The Justice League?
Yeah, I'm part of this 5 a.m. club.
Oh, okay.
So Eric Gilman started it. Eric from Cutco Knives, right? He also wrote that book that's behind me, The Power of Change, right? And so he hit me up and he's like, hey, man, I want to start this 5 a.m. club. I know you get up early. Would you be down? I'm like, I'll be on the treadmill at 5 a.m., but yeah. I'm down to be part of these calls in the morning. And so Ollie's in the group, and there's a bunch of other people in the group. There's like 6 or 7 of us. And it's a way for you to help each other stay accountable to getting up early and staying productive, right? So today we're talking about, making a decision, deciding and basically, like burning your bridges behind you and, you're going all into this thing, right? And most recently, since you put that deadline on me, since I opened my mouth and you put that deadline on me of March 16th to get this thing launched.
Yeah, right? I didn't put that deadline on you. You put it on yourself.
I opened my mouth and you kind of labeled it as "bam," that's happening. And I was
that's
like, all
what
right,
it is.
Well, cool. But so ever since that happened, I'm really putting my foot forward to do everything that needs to get done to get this thing launched right in time. And I'm cutting everything close to the wire. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get the exact promotion that I want for this one, but it will launch on that day, right? And so I'm going through my whole presentation here, and I'm setting my offer up. I know exactly what I'm going to be, what the value of certain things are. I know exactly what I'm going to be pricing this thing at. I know the bundle that I want to do so I can help promote this and make this worth your while when you come on the webinar. But like anything else, I have these thoughts in my head that are always kind of, back there. Like, who am I to be a coach for podcasting? Or am I worth this amount of money for podcast coaching and mentoring? And will I provide, is this all enough value for what we're giving? Like, all these things keep going on in my head. But those are things that, and I've identified this before. I talk about this a lot. These are all things that our brain puts in our way to try to prevent us from being uncomfortable. Doing this whole, launching this whole thing is not the easiest thing in the world, putting all this work in. I mean, this is hours and hours and hours of putting, all the presentation together, putting the funnel page together, putting the, registration page together, doing all the, getting ready to do all the marketing. I mean, it's a lot of work that goes into this thing. And so every time you get stuck at a point where I'm thinking, okay, what's the next thing I got to do? What's the next thing I got to do? That's additional work. And my mind doesn't want to be uncomfortable. It doesn't want to do that additional work. And so it'll put blocks in its way so that I can just relax and be comfortable, so that I can conform, so that I can say, you know what, you're right. You're not worth that. You shouldn't do that. You should stop right now and go watch Netflix, right? It's your mind putting these things in the way, telling you you're not.
It's your mind.
It's my own mind, right? My own mind is putting these things, saying, March 16th, that's too close. There's no way you're going to get it all done by then. So, you should just postpone it. You should just put it off till later. You should, all these things in my mind that are telling me, not that those things are true. And here's the thing, actually, they are true and they're not true. They're true if you decide that that's the choice you want to make. If you cut everything else off and decide that you know what, brain? You're right. I am not worth that much. Or I don't have what it takes to get it done on time. Or, you know what? I am going to take a break now and go watch Netflix for the next 5 episodes, right? 5 hours of binge watching. Mm-hmm. If that's what you decide, then guess what? You're right. That's exactly what you are because you've chosen to take that path. Or you can decide the other way. You can tell your brain, no, brain, I am worth exactly what I'm talking about here. I definitely can bring value. I've been doing this podcasting thing for over 400 episodes. I've interviewed so many people. I bring value every single day. I need to share what I'm doing with everybody else. This is why I'm putting together this program, and I will get it done by March 16th. Like, either one you choose, you're right.
Right. Yeah, that's... I read something... How does it go? What you think about is what you do, and what you do defines who you are.
It's so true. It's so true. Like, I'm putting this piece on my webinar together, right? And it's something, I don't know where I might have been a Les Brown thing, because Les Brown's one of those speakers that's always in my mind in the morning. And he says, you are exactly where you are today because of the time that you've spent in the past. Like, where you are exactly right now, if you don't like where you are, if you don't like where you're at financially, if you don't like where you are in your relationship, if you don't like where you are in your health, the reason why you're there is based on what you've spent your time on in the past. You've probably spent your time eating what you shouldn't be eating, or not working out and sleeping, or you spent your time spending your money on other things, or not educating yourself. You're exactly where you are as a result of what you spent your time on in the past. Like, there's time we can't get back. Time we spend, whether we wanted to or not, what are you spending your time on? Mm-hmm. And whatever you do, it's like a math equation, right? I got equals 4 on one side. That's the answer, right? Equals 4. Well, there's a couple different ways that I can get to 4. It's 0 plus 4, or 1 plus 3, or 2 plus 2, whatever I'm doing on this side. So 2 sides of the equation, but they're going to be equal. Whatever you spend your time on one side, you're going to get the result of that time spent on the other. If you want to make more money, then you need to spend more time developing yourself and learning your sales skills and talking to more people. And guess what? As a result of your efforts on this side, you're going to achieve what you want to achieve. You're going to become the person you want to become. But you need to, at some point, make that decision. Right?
It's true.
I heard, what's his name? Ed TV. What's his name?
Ed TV. Matthew McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey. I was like, he does those Lincoln commercials. So I saw him doing a speech, and he was talking about how, man, I drew a blank thinking of his name.
I don't know. What did he say, though?
The wolves. That's what I was going to talk about. He's like, look, inside of us, there's always 2 wolves. There's the good wolf, and there's the bad wolf, right? And the good wolf is going to get you to the place you want to go. It's hungry to get those things. It's going to drive you. And you got the bad wolf, who's always going to hold you back, who's going to stop you from doing whatever you want to do. And which wolf lives, or which one survives?
The one you feed.
It's the one you feed, right? The one you feed. Whether you give that one substance, whether you encourage the good in you to go achieve what you want to achieve, to go get at what you want to get at, to go learn what you need to learn. If you continue to feed that wolf, you're going to be successful, because that's what you're fueling. That's what you're pushing. That's where you're spending your time. Or you can conform on the other side and not achieve those things because you're not dedicating that time. Now, here's the kicker, though. The kicker is always, are you happy? Like, if you are happy exactly where you're at today, then keep doing what you're doing. Just don't ask for more. Don't expect to be anything more than where you are, because that's all the time that you're putting into. But if you wake up every day, you're happy, you love what you do, you love your lifestyle, you love your home, you love your relationship, you love everything about what you're doing, then by all means, keep doing that. But if you're not happy, if you want change, you need to attack it like that wolf would attack the food. You need to fuel that side of your time. You need to spend every aching moment that you have every single day on that thing that you want to achieve. Otherwise, you're never going to get there. And that's, to me, dude, that's why I'm driving so hard to get this thing off the ground. The power of podcasting and redefining the influencer is my main thing right now. It's how I'm going to show you to create wealth today and generational wealth for tomorrow. It's this thing that I'm doing every single day where I hop behind this mic and I talk to you guys, and we're on Facebook Live and we have extra content all the time, and we're building a brand. People recognize the logo. I want you to experience the same thing. Like, how many people do we know that are very good at what they do? They're either really good real estate agents, insurance agents, doctors, dentists, mechanics, whatever. They're good.
We have a ton of them.
We know a lot of people that are very good. The problem is nobody else knows that they're good.
Why is that?
Because they don't have anything going out. They're not talking. They have no volume. They're this little itty bitty.
Pump up the volume.
That's what it is. There's this little itty bitty person in this huge world of noise trying to go, hey, I do X.
I took that conversation, by the way. I added it to our pipeline orientation about pumping up the volume on yourself.
Pumping up the volume.
Yep.
That's what it's about. And the problem, I mean, the good thing is there's multiple ways for you to pump up the volume, right? There's multiple ways for you to go out and make content. I just want to share with you the one that works for us, right? That's podcasting for us. There's a ton of ways. The equation is simple. You want to build a brand for yourself, you need to put out more content every single day. More content, more content, more content. That's what it's about. Now, if you're creative, if you don't fear the camera, if you're 100% okay with going live, maybe you don't need a podcast. Just go out and create more content, right? Mr. Pancho Lopez creates TikToks like crazy. And I'm finally figuring out his schedule now that I'm looking at his stuff more often. I think in the mornings he does open houses, and then he shifts in the middle of the day, has lunch, and then in the afternoon he goes handles his restaurants, and then he meets with clients after that. I think that's how it works. So I don't know for sure. But based on where I see, like he's at an open house, right? If you're hosting an open house and you're a real estate agent, there's times while you're sitting in this open house where nothing is happening, right? Mm-hmm. Where nobody's coming in the door. There are times when there's all kinds of people coming in the door and you're busy, you're shaking hands, you're meeting people, and that's great. You're collecting information, all that stuff. But that time, that downtime, what are you doing with that downtime? Now, Pancho's really good at creating TikToks and grabbing attention and having fun doing it, right? He's putting content out there. You see him every day. Now, he's a goofball, right? His TikToks are always funny and goofy and weird, have nothing to do with real estate, but you know that he's doing it at an open house. He'll show you his open house signs. It's branded. He's the greatest salesman in the world. You know what he's doing. You know what he does for a living.
And you see him every day.
It every day.
And you see him every day.
That's the key, right? So I'm not saying podcasting is the only way. I'm just going to share with you that podcasting is our way. It's the way for you to become a better speaker, to get in front of more people, to get to know people on a personal basis, to enrich your relationships, to put out more content, to stop being the little, hey, I'm over here, and start being that loud voice.
Hey, I'm over here.
That's what it's all about. It's raising the volume. But you need to decide that this is something you want to do. Oh, here's another thing I heard this morning that tripped me out my brain, Ham. So lately I've been talking on the podcast about this whole podcast thing, and I got a lot of energy, right? And it's funny because I'll be talking on the like right now I had my rant, and I'm looking at the camera and I'm talking to the camera, so I'm talking to our audience. But every once in a while I'll look over at you, and you keep giving me this look like, dang, like you see this different passion behind what I'm doing, right? And,
yeah.
And it's funny because I see that when I see you looking at me that way, right? And this morning I heard, as I was running, I heard you always can tell when somebody's about to level up because you can see it in their eyes. And I was like, dude, I got chills when I was running, dude. I was like, dude, because that's how I feel. Like our podcast. As a business, not Pipeline Insurance. Pipeline, yes, it's going to grow because we've set up a lot of good things in place and it's already working, and we're using the podcast to help grow the referral base. Yes, but to actually turn the podcast into a business, like we're ready to take it to the next level, and you can tell that everything is in line. Now, is it perfect? Am I going to not fail, or am I going to not make mistakes? Absolutely not. I'm okay with making the mistakes. But it's here. It's ready to level up. March 16th is the day we start inclining as a business, not just as a podcast. And we're here and the way we're going to do that is we're going to help you create your brand and your image using podcasting. And you can tell because of the excitement in my voice. You can tell because of the look in my face, because the energy that I got, because I know it works. That's the most amazing thing. Look, I love doing this.
There's proof is in the pudding, right?
The proof is in the pudding. Social proof. Joe Nicasio, I love it when he said the other day on the interview, he was like, "Hey man, you got to figure out what you love to do. I love to do this. This is fun for me. Then you got to be able to share the love, teach other people how to do it. You're damn right I'm passionate about teaching other people how to do it. That's why I'll spend like 4, 5, 6 hours a day building these, the whole webinar platform and everything behind it, because I want to make sure I bring you the best content, right? Bring you the best value when you become part of our coaching program. And then third, be ready to receive the love, right? If I do a good job for you and I show you exactly what we're doing and I show you how to do it yourself and you build a brand and you elevate your business because you're elevating yourself, your status of yourself, right? I keep saying become the expert, but you're already the expert. What it is you're becoming the expert in the eyes of the people around you. Right? And so once you're able to do that, you're going to elevate your status. You're going to get more clients, get more referrals, and you're going to be so happy that you're going to send more love my way. You're going to send us more referrals. You're going to send us more insurance business. You're going to just be our friend and help us out in other different ways. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to need a truck to move someday or something. I have no idea, but I know that I'll be ready to receive the love because I've been able to show you what I love to do, share it with you, and help you grow.
For all you truck owners out there, I promise we will not ask you to borrow your truck.
No, we're good. And I don't plan on moving anytime soon, so don't worry.
That too. That too. I will only ask to borrow your truck if you're actually like my friend and like pretty damn close friend, because that's annoying.
Coming from a former truck owner.
Yeah, exactly. From a former truck owner, that's annoying. I get it. It's cool. Don't worry. We won't bug you for that.
Don't worry. I got a brother-in-law with a truck. I'm good.
There you go.
I'm good.
Brother-in-law, father-in-law, in-laws, all the in-laws.
All of them. They all got trucks.
Family.
So, I'm uncle, not asking for a truck.
Yeah,
don't worry.
No, we're good. Family, we might bug you.
Yeah, of course. Your
Everybody
family.
else. Exactly.
That's what you're there for.
That's what you're there for. Sorry. That's your job.
That's your job. All right, dude. Any comments on the Facebook?
Oh, man. Jeff's been hitting us up all day. Been just chit-chatting with him. We appreciate you, Jeff. He says you are rocking it.
Thanks, man. I'm excited. I can't wait. We're going to have the next fuck up night coming up soon, too. March 31st, I think it is. So I think he can
March 31st? Oh, cool. I can make that one.
Boom. See? Junto meetings sometimes happen, sometimes don't happen on the day.
It's a Tuesday. It's, if you're doing it on a Tuesday, it's a 50-50 basically.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about doing it the last Tuesday of every month.
Nice. Okay.
So I think it should work out. And, if anybody's interested, I mean, these are fun events. This is where people come. I mean, the last one, everybody got really passionate about, how to help each other. I mean, they got passionate. And Jeff and I sat back and we talked about, okay, when I'm moderating these things, I got to act more teacher-like. and kind of set some ground rules. So I worked on those.
Raise your hand, please.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. And no, it sounds corny. It's kiddish, but it is what it is.
Excuse me. I have the speaking conch.
That'd be funny, dude. We should pass something around. You can speak when you hold this particular thing.
Why not?
I mean, it works.
Yeah. Throw it. Get a beanbag.
Yeah. Or
here,
something
catch.
Cool. Yeah, you know what? We'll get a little stuffed business bros.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be funny how I toss
there
that
you
around.
go.
Here,
Oh, thanks for the link. Jeff dropped the link.
Boom. See? March 31st. And you guys, it's gonna be a fun event. Come check it out. You know what? It's always about networking. That's one of those things. Again, podcasting allows you to talk to somebody new every single day if that's what you want to do. And if you can't do it every single day, that's fine. Go out and go talk to people at these networking events. Build these relationships. Talk to people. Enrich the relationships. Talk to more people. Enrich the relationships. You're building a foundation for a referral-based business. That's what it's all about. Like, prospecting is not the funnest thing in the world, but once you build those relationships, the prospecting comes in reverse. That's when you get to share the love comes your way. Reverse love, right? Referrals, reverse love.
Love that position.
Damn, you went there.
Sorry, it was there. I couldn't help myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that about does it for us today.
I bid you adieu.
Thank y'all so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
That's all we got for you guys today. Peace.
Bye-bye.
And we're out.
Too funny.